Hello, as a person with autism, you've probably wanted to make some online friends, and meeting online friends is fantastic. You can do that through Facebook messengers or Discord servers. However, when seeking out online friendships and chatting with other members in other message groups, there's a couple things I want to caution. Although you might find a lot of great people online, a lot of friendly people online, there's a high chance you'll also run into a lot of trolls and bullies too. And with that said, be careful about sharing any personal information like your address. Can't always trust everyone to help you. And I've been on many chat groups, and I do want to confirm that there are some really sketchy people. So be careful, but don't let this stop you from wanting to make friends online. Another thing I want to caution when navigating through a bunch of different groups, such as those with autism and other neurodiversity, is that you will run into a lot of people who are dealing with major emotional struggles, trauma, or depression. Now, it is good to be supportive if they're seeking out support, but be diligent about this, as you will feel compelled to help these people. A lot of these people aren't ready to take the extra work to change for themselves. No one wants to be burdened by other people's problems if they can't fix them, or at least not ready to fix them yet. There's only so much you can do to be supportive, and you don't want to be a walking doormat. There might be times you might talk to members who are suicidal. If that's the case, be kind, of course. If this happens, don't try to let it overwhelm you. Message them the number of the National Suicide Hotline. Let them know that you're concerned and that you care, but tell them that's what they need to do. If you interact with people who are really depressed, just keep in mind that whatever you do to try to help them, it's not a bad thing to help them, but any kind of advice you give is probably most likely not going to work. The bottom line is, it's good to try to help, but don't let it be a burden. Don't let it stress you out. There's really not much you can do. And you don't want to waste your energy if it's not really going to help anyone. Another thing I want to caution about making online friends on online chat forums is that some conversations will be hard to get started and to continue depending on who you talk to and when. You see, online chat forums is more of an informal setting. You're not talking to a person one-on-one in person. So if you chat with someone, there's a high chance they might be playing a game or doing something else or even leaving their phone for a second. So if you feel like a person is not talking to you or not interested, don't take it personally. There's many factors and reasons why a person might not be talking to you, and it isn't because of you personally. Another thing to keep in mind, and this is a problem with Facebook currently, is that group members can add anybody without their permission. This means when you join certain groups, you will most likely be added to other groups out of the blue and not even realize it until later. Soon you might find yourself involved in all these different groups that you don't even want to be in. This is a downfall about Facebook Messenger. However, there's ways to work around that. If you're in a group you don't want to be added in, you could always remove yourself. It's polite to let a member know that you don't want to be added to the group simply because you don't want to be added to a bunch of different groups. I would also suggest messaging members personally instead of through a group. That way you can talk one-on-one and it will be easier to build a relationship without distractions. While I don't want to make this video sound like talking to friends online is something that you shouldn't do or bad or hard, by telling you these precautions. As a person who's made many friends online, this is definitely a great way to make friends. And sometimes talking to people online can be easier than talking to someone in person because you'll have time to think of what to say. You won't have to worry about how you look or looking awkward. You can just take your time and talk to someone at your own pace. And this can reduce a lot of stress when it comes to socializing. Well, I hope this is helpful. If you're interested in learning more about how to make friends, you'd probably enjoy watching the video How to Make Friends on the link below.